Hey, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Fun with Flags. I'm your friendly neighborhood soda, joined as always by my favorite Israeli, 50 Shades of Geek. How's it going?
Yalla, la tachat.
Happy Hanukkah, 50.
Hey, happy Hanukkah.
So, you mind telling the audience what you're eating?
Well, it's a donut, but I mean, it's a
Oh, so it's not a
Hanukkah
special
donut.
donut or anything like that?
It's a Hanukkah donut.
Oh,
This is how donuts look like on this side of the world.
yeah, we have
And
donuts.
it's like,
We have similar ones too. We do have donuts with filling. Not my personal favorite, but they're okay every once in a while.
so hey, Hanukkah.
Yeah. So, how's been your Hanukkah? I mean, besides the
I
obvious.
mean, besides the obvious, it kind of feels like the original Hanukkah.
Okay, then. Hint, hint. Let's move on.
If
Um,
you know the context.
I know the context. So, anyways, so we are here because of my topic this week, and I had a lot of fun with the actors one that I did. So I changed it up a little bit, and instead is what TV shows and movies were filmed in Canada.
So,
So, yes,
just it's TV shows and films filmed in Canada, but is it also exclusively Canadian shows
no,
or
no, there
more?
is no. I made sure not to do that to you. These are all shows that have their place in pop culture in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
So you more than likely will have heard of a majority of these because compared to last week or last time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you three clues. I'm going to start with the hard one, and you do the last one. If you make it to the third one, will probably be the easiest one.
Finally reached the jam in the middle.
Very nice. What kind of jam? Looks like raspberry.
I think so, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so this first movie, it is the first in a series. It stars my favorite actor, and it's his other big character.
Hmm. The Were the other ones also filmed in Canada?
No, this is the only one in the series that was filmed in Canada. And I'll change the favorite actor thing. I'll change he's the actor in my favorite movie. That kind of helps you there a little bit.
Um, Taking a wild stab at the dark. First Blood?
Ding ding ding! First Blood filmed
Hey!
in Hope, British Columbia. To get to Vancouver, you have to drive through Hope, and it looks exactly like it does in the movie still.
Fun fact Rambo 3 was shot in Israel.
Yes, I do know that. I have that naturally. I have the complete set with the bonus features, and so yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty
It
cool.
was it was filmed in Mitzpe Ramon, which is where my parents went to on their honeymoon, and they accidentally wandered into the set while they were off filming.
Probably didn't make the film though, unfortunately.
No, because no one was there. They just found like the gaggle of prop bodies and body parts and the vehicles. And it actually featured legendary Israeli actor Yosef Shiloah.
Yes, I knew that. Yes, that was again brought up in the documentary. He has since passed away, correct?
Yeah, when I was in high school.
Yeah, because I think they had mentioned that.
Sim Va'ani Shoshana. May you rest in peace.
All right, so for this next one, it is a musical based off a film from the 1980s. It had some of the biggest stars from its day in it, and really big stars playing the parents as well. And it has John Travolta in it.
A musical based on a movie from the 80s?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
With
probably
John
never heard of the 80s movie, but you might have heard of the musical.
Can you give me a decade of when this one came out?
So this would have come out in the mid 2000s.
Mid 2000s? I'm Bump.
Have you seen Hairspray?
I saw the stage play.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But what I saw an Israeli production.
Well,
A,
naturally,
a high school friend of mine was one of the dancers.
so they did this musical at my local high school after I had graduated, and I so would have made a good Edna Turnblad, the John Travolta character. But yeah, no, this is actually one of my favorite musicals.
I liked it. It was cool.
And a lot of famous people play like the Edna Turnblad role. Like famous people in yeah. Anyways, okay. So this next movie was I will say start with this. It was very controversial when it came out. It stars one of the villains from the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. And it is a love story that takes place in the mountains.
You didn't have to give me the last clue. I got it on the second one. It's Brokeback Mountain.
Ding, ding, ding. Brokeback Mountain. Yes.
Yeah. Did you see the Family Guy joke about Brokeback Mountain from the point of view of the horses?
No, I can't say I have.
Look it up on YouTube later.
Sounds good. Okay, so this next movie is a parody of a 90s movie that has gone on to become one of the greatest franchises of its genre. There have been some controversy to do with the current film that has not started filming yet. Oh, sorry. No, that's the original franchise. Sorry. This series went on to have several sequels that parodied movies. And I'm going to say this was the only good one in the series. What's another?
So, at a guess, Scary Movie?
Yep, Scary Movie.
Yeah, did you like the Scary Movie?
So I still revisit that first one every few years because I do like it. The second one's not half bad. Everything else after that's not the best. I stopped at 4, I think.
I don't know. Those movies definitely feel like they would not be made today.
Oh, 100%. And this particular, this isn't even in the best of its genre of movies. Like those happened in the 80s, The Naked Gun.
Really?
Yeah. And anything Mel Brooks does. Okay, so this movie was Adam Sandler's first big movie. It involves going to school, and there is a dream sequence that appears as an entry in the Schmodown.
I'm gonna say Billy Madison.
Ding, 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 ding. Billy Madison.
Millie Madison. What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Mine? It's a toss-up between 50 First Dates, even though I know that movie's not politically correct, and The Wedding Singer. Funny enough, the two Drew Barrymore. Although I don't mind Billy Madison. I love no, you know what? Change that. Grown Ups. Grown Ups is actually my favorite. Not too.
I love Click.
Click, I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in years.
I really love Click. Fun fact: Don't Mess with the Zohan features one of my favorite Israeli actors, Ido Mosseri, as like the best friend he meets in New York.
Nice.
And he was
sorry.
Ido Mosseri, one of the Mosseri brothers. He was the Israeli voice of SpongeBob for many years.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Wonderful voice actor.
All right, so this next movie is an Academy Award winner. It's a love story. And I'm going to say it won Best Picture and Best Director
Did you not write these hints ahead of time?
Um,
Totally.
I was going to, but I figured I'd have some fun with it. That's still okay. Just because what I know mostly about this movie will deadlock give it away. Okay, it's the. I'm just gonna give you this obvious clue. It's the movie where the lady fucks the fish.
The lady? Oh, it's The Shape of Water.
Yep, filmed in Toronto.
I actually like that one.
It was not bad.
It was
Okay.
good.
So this next one is a book series that the world went crazy over in the 2000s, and it's not Harry Potter. The first in the series was not filmed in Canada, however, the rest were. And the male lead went on to play arguably one of the greatest superheroes ever in a recent film.
Twilight.
Yep.
I needed that last clue. I was gonna go The Hunger Games.
Yeah, no, the first one was filmed actually just on the other side of the border, so close to Canada. Everything else was filmed in Canada.
Cool.
So this next series was actually originally started as a fanfic of the previous one we just had.
I know what it is, but I just want to
The
keep
movies are definitely not good.
Yeah.
And you got your name from this.
50 Shades of Grey.
Darren Dutton. All right, so this next series, I will say this, they're currently filming the third one. It is not being filmed in Canada, however, the first two were. It is a superhero movie that everyone wanted to see and was not going to get made until a certain type of footage was leaked. And we still don't know who leaked it.
Deadpool!
Yeah, both filmed in Vancouver, Ryan Reynolds' hometown.
And I also answered the question of who leaked it.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's not official, but everyone's like, it's probably Reynolds.
Or Deadpool, you know.
Okay, so this next movie was an independent darling when it came out. It won I believe it won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. The male lead currently starred in one of the highest grossing films of this year. And the at the time female lead is, while still an actor, more well known for transitioning within the last 5 years.
Can I hear the hints again?
So yeah, so I know it was nominated, but I'm pretty sure it did win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay.
Okay.
It was in one of the highest grossing films of this past year, and I will add this: he was probably one of the more memorable characters. And the at the time female has, while still an actor, has become more well known for transitioning in the last 5 years.
Highest grossing film of this year? What was the highest grossing film?
I didn't say it was the highest grossing. I said it was one of.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't kept up with the box office this year at all. I just watched movies. I don't get it.
You don't remember Michael Cera and Barbie? It's the movie Juno.
Oh yeah, you know what? Didn't think of Juno at all.
Yep, totally fair. Okay, so this next
one, I get transitioning. Yeah,
from Ellen to Elliot.
I thought transitioning from something else to an actor.
Oh no! That transition.
I was gonna go Lady Gaga from Star is Born, because it also features Bradley Cooper, who was in Guardians.
That is true.
And that's where my head was going.
Nope, totally fair. All right, so this next movie is, I'm just going to say this is one of my favorite Ryan Reynolds films. It has a bunch of actors from my favorite Canadian TV show. It is a love story. And it takes place in winter. I don't know if you've seen this movie, though. I know we've talked about it, but I don't know if you've seen it.
Is it live actually?
No. That was filmed in England. No, it's the movie Just Friends. It's where this image of Ryan Reynolds comes from.
Yeah.
He's a dick in the movie, but it's still a good movie. Okay,
That's
so
why they're just friends.
this one is a disaster movie that came out in the mid-2000s. It stars Emmy Rossum and Dennis Quaid. And it involves one of the most catastrophic natural disasters to ever happen to planet Earth.
Real natural disaster or
Well,
possible?
this has happened millions of years ago, this disaster.
The day after tomorrow?
Yep, day after tomorrow.
Yeah. Funny how you have the image of the Statue of Liberty frozen, but it was filmed in Canada.
Well, I got all the movie posters. I don't know if you've noticed.
But yeah, so there's this Israeli comedian who once had a skit of how disaster movies is always humanity versus something.
Yeah.
Right? So like 2012, us versus nature, Terminator, us versus the machines, War of the Worlds, us versus aliens, Day After Tomorrow, us versus saying 2 days from now.
Well, that's because those are the only true stories man knows how to tell. Is those type of stories: man versus nature, man versus self, man versus machine.
Man versus saying 2 days from now.
No, not that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. You know what? It's funnier in Hebrew. Let's move on.
Okay. So this next one is a Robin Williams film that came out in the 90s. Over 20 years later, they released a kind of sequel to it. It came out at the same time as The Greatest Showman and The Last Jedi. And they mention his character very briefly as an homage to Robin Williams.
Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Actually, I'll give it to you, but it's the first one.
The hints you gave were.
I said it's a Robin Williams film that stars in that's the first thing I said. Robin Williams film from the 90s.
And then you moved on to give hints towards the second one.
Well, yeah, because I figured, it's a Robin Williams film that they did a sequel to 20 years later. Oh, Jumanji.
No, you said Robin Williams from the 90s, made a sequel. Oh, Jumanji. And then you were like, it came out the same year as Last Jedi and Greatest Showman.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. I did fuck that up. Well, I'm still going to give it to you anyways.
You blew it.
I know.
Play the Seinfeld thing.
Don't know why it looped, but anywho. Okay.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, I played it. Weird. All right, so this next movie is another Adam Sandler movie. It's another one of his early famous movies. It is about sports. It has Bob Barker, and it's considered one of the greatest 90s comedies of all time.
So it's not the one I was thinking of. It's not The Longest Yard remake thing, whatever. What's the name of the golf movie? It's the golf movie, but what's the name?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, yeah.
Yes,
Happy Gilmore.
I will give that to you. So this movie is pretty much, I would say, reviled.
You know what? When I said the golf movie, you could have given me a hint that it shares a name with a TV show that featured Mayim Bialik and got a reboot recently.
Oh.
Gilmore Girls.
That is true. All right, so this next movie is arguably universally reviled in the comic book community. However, it still won an Oscar. And a lot of people make fun of the end villain because of how she dances.
The original Suicide Squad.
Yes, sir, Bob. All right. So this next movie is arguably one of the greatest comic book movies of all time. It is not DC or Marvel. It has Nicolas Cage, and it also stars Quicksilver, both of them. And Well, yeah, I think you got it.
I know already, but I just want to hear another hint.
You want to hear another hint?
I just want to see you struggle with
off.
coming up with a hint.
Yes, you know what? I had one of Mark Strong's best roles. I'll give you that.
And you know what else? That movie is kick ass.
Damn right it is. I love this movie.
With no powers comes no responsibility.
Yep, pretty much.
Words to live by.
Just give me one moment here. All right, so this next movie was written, directed, and produced by Christopher Nolan. It came out in 2014, and it involves wormholes.
Well, Interstellar.
Yes, sir, Bob. I still have not seen this movie.
I couldn't get past the first 15 minutes.
Okay.
It was that bad.
I know it's not one of his more well-received films. All right. So this movie is in the MCU. This is the only movie led by this character. And by the time we got his next appearance in the crossover, the role had been recast.
Hulk smash!
The underrated Incredible Hulk.
It's great. It is very good. And you know what? Even though I despise the show, we got to see Blonsky again.
That's right. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you didn't like that show.
I hated the show.
A lot of people liked it, but I don't know. I personally don't know that many people that did. I did, because it's stuff that's right up my alley for humor.
No, I thought the humor was so shallow. Oh, whatever.
Okay, so this next movie is a musical that won Best Picture in the early 2000s. It is a musical that takes place in the 1920s about a murder, and it stars Catherine Zeta-Jones, Richard Gere, and Renee Zellweger.
Wow. I don't think I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, that sounds like you haven't seen the film. Have you ever at least heard of the movie Chicago?
Heard of it? Yes. Seen it? No.
Okay. So now we got another TV show in our hands. This is a current TV show based on a very, very,
That's
very...
our first TV show, isn't it?
Sorry?
I think that's our first TV show.
Oh, yeah. So my bad. I did the majority of the rest after this are TV shows. Okay. So this is one that is currently airing. It is based on one of the most violent comic books I've ever read. It is produced by Seth Rogen and stars Carl Urban.
Do you have a bottle of water? Because it's not for me. It's for the boys.
Darn tootin', the boys. Funny enough.
How you doing, you super cunt? I probably should not have said that on air.
So this next superhero TV series,
Canada, the land of superheroes,
more or less, basically launched an entire TV genre. It set the bar. It's a show that Ben and I love to death, and it is about the world's greatest superheroes' teenage years.
Somebody save me.
So I have pretty sure I have told you I've seen 2 things filmed from this, from the show.
Yeah, you were on the set.
Kind of
on the set, but close
I was
to
on
the
SkyTrain that goes by the set. Yeah. One of mine's Ben's favorite shows. Now this is one of
mine. Don't forget me.
But this next one is only yours and Ben's one of favorite shows. I've enjoyed what I've seen. It is based on characters of a well-known studio. And it takes place in a small town called Storybrooke.
I mean, that was the hint that really broke the camel's back, but it's Once Upon a Time.
Yeah. So one of the guys I used to work with back in the day when I was living in Vancouver, you actually used to go to the tattoo parlor in this town all the time. Now,
cool.
Steveston, BC. This is another great show that just recently wrapped up its run. I want to say within the last 2-3 years. It ran well over 10 years, It is in the horror genre, and it involves a car named Baby.
Car named Baby?
And it's about two brothers that go hunting.
You forget,
Oh.
I'm not the horror guy.
You've never heard of Supernatural?
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Well, the
This
hints were all there and I just missed it. Sorry. my
A
bad.
few things from this show were filmed near where I lived and some friends live.
Cool.
So every time I see those episodes, like, oh, I know where that is. This next TV series is also based on a comic book, but not superheroes. It is basically seems like every season is a different genre. It used to star Luke Perry. And it's about trying to think of a good one that won't give it away.
Okay, so because I think I got it.
Yeah. If I say the name of the town, it gives it away too. Okay, if you think you got it, give it a shot then.
Can I just guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Riverdale.
Yep, Riverdale.
Yay,
I fell off
Riverdale.
the show after 2 seasons. Got a little too weird for me.
All right.
So this one
I didn't start. So
is based. Well, this one's probably the most obvious one. I'm pretty sure you do know this. This took what Smallville did and raised the fucking bar. The universe also recently ended in the last 2 years. It involved multiple crossovers over various shows. And yeah, the crossovers were named after some very famous crossovers in comic books.
okay, so I'm just gonna give a general term and just say the Arrowverse.
Yeah, I did
Not
the
sure which other
Arrowverse
shows
because
yeah.
all the shows were filmed in Vancouver.
All of them were filmed in...
All of them. Supergirl, the first season was filmed in LA. Everything after that was Vancouver. So was Legends of Tomorrow. So was Arrow. So was The Flash. They all were. I'm pretty sure even Black Lightning was too. Batwoman. They all were. And funny enough, filmed actually the picture that I have for the background. This is the Vancouver Film Studios. I actually worked about 6-7 blocks away from here. So one day I was helping a customer and I look at the invoice and it says Arrow season 2 and I almost shat my pants. I was like, yeesh. Okay, so this next one is based on an anime, a very well-regarded anime. This is a modern TV show that hasn't aired yet. There was a movie done that everyone wants to burn, very much so, and it involves the elements. So, to recap, it's based on an anime that is very highly regarded. It had a movie spin-off that everybody hates, and it involves the 4 elements that I know of. It could be more.
Last Airbender, the movie.
Yeah, I did not know this. The new TV series is being filmed in Canada, in Vancouver. Did not know that. So I figured that would be a fun one to throw in there. This next one is considered one of the greatest TV shows of the sci-fi genre. It is actually a remake of an older TV series. It has characters like the Cylons.
Like the what?
The Cylons.
Oh, and the modern Battlestar Galactica.
Yes. Okay, we're almost done, so it's all good. This next TV series is from the early 2000s. It stars Jessica Alba, and it was created by J.J. Abrams, and it is about a female spy.
Could you repeat that?
So it is a TV series that was out in the early 2000s. It was created by J.J. Abrams and starred Jessica Alba, and it was about a female spy.
Black Angel or something like that? I think I heard.
Very close. Dark Angel.
Dark Angel. Okay.
Yeah. This next one, I'm pretty sure I mentioned. I'm not sure if you said you've seen it or not. It's considered one of the greatest early examples of a computer animated TV show. Everything in the TV show is basically named after components of a computer. It involves characters like Dot Matrix and Bob, who's the Guardian, the antivirus. Characters like Hexadecimal and Megabyte.
That doesn't sound familiar to me.
So it's a TV show called Reboot.
Oh, yeah, I have heard of that.
Yeah. It's funny enough. I tried to revisit it about
But
10
does
years
it
ago.
count if it was CGI, though?
Didn't I say it was CGI?
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't filmed in areas.
Sorry, the studio that did this was located in Canada. It's a Canadian TV series, 100% all the way through.
Yeah, sure, but so was Ed, Edd n Eddy. It wasn't filmed in Canada, but it was produced in Canada.
Okay, my semantics, my bad. All right.
That's why I asked the question up top when we started the show.
My apologies.
Apologies, sir. Apologies.
So this next series is actually we just did an episode on the books. This is a TV series that was just released on Disney Plus. It stars Justin Long, and arguably one of my favorite TV series to come out this year.
So the new Goosebumps.
Yeah, filmed in the Lower Mainland of British Columbia. I believe on the island actually. Okay, so this TV show introduced a word into basically the world that everybody uses. That is used to describe something you have to fix very short notice using the tools you have around you. It was rebooted about 10 years ago, and I know Mythbusters did an episode based on this character. He's well known for getting out of tight situations using just his smarts and his tools.
MacGyver.
Yes, MacGyver. The Mythbusters episode on it was pretty cool. That's the one I highly recommend if you ever check it out. All right, and this is the last one. So this is another TV series that only lasted 2 seasons. It was on Disney Plus. Ben and I are a fan of the movies that this TV series is based off of, and it's about hockey.
The Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, both of them filmed in the Lower Mainland. Yes, in Vancouver.
Figures that a show about hockey was filmed in Canada.
You'd be surprised.
Of the world.
You'd be surprised. Well, that's the end. Did any of them surprise you?
After hearing about them, not so much.
Huh.
I mean, it made sense, most of them.
Okay. Yeah, no, Vancouver is basically known as Hollywood North.
The first one, though, First Blood, that surprised me.
Oh, there's actually one that was also more recent that looks like the picture didn't upload. Fuck, I'll just do it for fun anyways. So this was a legacy sequel, but a movie that came out in the 80s. And unfortunately, one of the main 4 actors has since passed away. And it's a movie that involves his ghost.
So Ghostbusters Afterlife
Was filmed in Alberta. And the town that that he filmed the small town stuff in, my friend's brother and sister-in-law, I don't know if they still live there, but at the time they did. When they heard it was filming, she waited outside and with a sign that says, "I want to meet Paul Rudd, so I have bragging rights at Mom's Club." And he caught wind of it, and the next day saw her and took a selfie. And I don't have the picture anymore, but my friend fucking sent it. I had a picture from the set.
Cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And he definitely is. The reputation is true.
Didn't they also had a sequel this year?
So no, they just released the trailer about a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Trailer. So it's
because I thought it was going to be released this year.
No, it's come. To my knowledge, it's coming out next year, and I am so looking forward to that.
Cool, because I hate to have missed it if it did came out this
year.
If
it had happened, I would definitely be talking about it. All right. So, what's your topic for next week?
Guess.
Hanukkah.
Of course. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Why wouldn't it be? So we're gonna learn the story of Hanukkah, and no, not the story you have heard on Friends the actual story of
No, no,
Hanukkah.
no. I was thinking more the one I heard on Rugrats.
Rugrats covered that too.
It's good, yeah, a lot. It's actually held in high regard for how serious they take take that subject matter.
You
Yeah.
know, you'd be surprised. It's not a religious holiday. It's not one of the major Jewish holidays. And yet, it's when you think Jewish holidays, that's always the first one that comes to people's mind outside of Israel.
Well, it's because it's the most famous. It's because you've got the Hanukkah song. You got the movie Eight Crazy Nights, also from Adam Sandler, which is one of my favorite holiday movies. Actually, my favorite holiday movie. And yeah, it's just everyone is familiar with the image of a menorah. Like that's a famous symbol for Judaism over here. So I mean, yeah, it's just because it's the one that is out there the most, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I highly recommend go watching that Rugrats episode before we do that episode, just so you can see you can tell me how accurate it is.
So you want me to see how they got it wrong? Okay.
I heard clearly I don't know shit. I just know what I know about Hanukkah.
You don't know shit.
But I've always been told it's actually pretty good representation. But I mean, hell, you're the best critic to determine that.
I wouldn't say the best, but a critic.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the topic for next week.
Right on.
Right on, right on.
All right. So you can find me on my personal Instagram and Twitter at soda_the_saxman. And you can find me on the Northern Entertainment Group doing some wacky stuff with 50 every week.
And some of those stuff include this show every Thursday and Greatest Show in the Galaxy every Monday. And you can also hear me talk even more Doctor Who on my own YouTube channel, 50 Shades of Geek, where I do weekly reviews of every single Doctor Who episode from 1963 all the way to 2022, and you can expect a review of all 3 of the 60th anniversary specials coming up very, very soon on that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And you can also check out all the other channels from the wider Benverse at large, like Something to Talk About, Galaxy Geeks, Multiverse of Geekdom, Movie Lovers Unite, The Midnight Cinema, 8-Time Reviews, and our good friend in the front row who would steal my pictures on this thing. And remember, everybody, we did this for the love of this guy, the lover of shows, TV, movies, and many other stuff we talked about throughout this episode. Our good friend, our dearly departed Ben, who in a week or so from now, well, actually 2 weeks,
20 days as of this recording.
Yeah, we will be
celebrating.
I wouldn't say celebrating, but
celebrating his life.
He's celebrating the life he lived on the 1-year anniversary of his passing.
Yeah. I requested a day off from work, and I know damn well I'm going to watch his favorite movie.
What day is it from? I've got a day off anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next week on From the Flags. And folks, don't forget to like the Geek Flag Fly. All right. See you later.
That's what we're asking.